I'm sick and tired of those Patriots poaching our people. Tired of messages on napkins. Tired of interviews for no reason. I'm just tired of hearing about that team trying to take our own. All right. So we are going to talk about what they are saying. We're going to talk about what our camp is saying. And we're going to put that all together and talk about the linebacker room as a whole. By the way, we'll see you, Devontae. Let's talk a lot about the New York Jets after this intro. Boy Green meets Wudi.
Can you guys help us get a Jet chant here? Yeah, going.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Come on in.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go!
J-E-T-S, Jets! Let's go! J-E-T-S, Jets! Let's go! How you doing?
Third Party Thursday.
Chris joining us here on the program with a capital P here on the program.
Jake Asman, come on down. How you doing, good sir?
Wow, what an intro. I mean, Boy Green is known for having the intro, but Wudi, that was unreal, man. Thanks for the kind words, son.
We are men of many names.
My favorite Austrian Jets fan right there, baby.
Boy Green
meets Wudi. Welcome to another episode of Boy Green Meets Wudi. It is your boy James Wudi. We are Wudi, rocking everywhere. Next to me is the boy who became king, Mr. Paul Esgin Jr. himself. And we got a couple things to talk about today. All right, we got a specific room to talk about, right? We've talked about defensive tackle. We talked about the defensive line, actually. We talked about receivers. We got another room to talk about. But before that, Davante Adams.
Ooh.
No longer a New York Jet. Boy Green, how you feeling?
So I got the notification. I was driving home from the radio station, and that the update came through. The Jets are cutting Devontae. Now, let's just lay it straight. The news that the Jets are cutting Devontae is not incredibly surprising now with all the information that we have with his contract and how it all worked up and went through. But damn, I mean, we gave up our third-round pick for Devontae Adams ahead of the trade deadline, and it ended up being a high third-round pick. And we got Devontae Adams for 11 games, and there were some moments, 7 touchdowns, 864 yards, 60-some-odd catches, and a couple of game winners. The Houston one I remember from Halloween, Aaron Rodgers is finding Devontae had a bomb for a touchdown. That was fun. Jacksonville somehow getting 200 yards receiving in the final 5 minutes. One of the craziest games ever. And whatever benefits that Garrett Wilson got from, their time spent together during the season. I mean, Devontae is a really talented player, and I still think he has gas left in the tank, but I think once you're ripped off the Aaron Rodgers Band-Aid, and that officially will happen on March 12th when the new league year kicks off, I think you have to get rid of everybody. And unfortunately, that means Devontae Adams. So it's sad. I appreciated the moments. I'll run over to jetshop.com with a $5 Devontae Adams jersey and scoop up one of those real quick. I'll cop one of those. But, the era will be remembered for all the failures that Aaron Rodgers was, I'm sure.
For Devontae, I mean, I was real big on, his presence doesn't move, the needle toward the ultimate goal of winning. I believe that was proven to be correct. But the point, one of the counterpoints that I received was, can you just imagine Aaron Rodgers having those two, talented receivers to throw to? And that point definitely aids very well as well. I mean, it was fun. It was fun for a few games looking at Garrett Wilson, especially that Texans game was probably the best game they both had at the same time. Mm-hmm. It would have been nice to keep him from a talent perspective, but I mean that contract, that was a big reason why I didn't even want him in the first place. That contract was not sustainable. And then of course, like you said, without Aaron, right? So this is a long time coming. So anybody who thinks that something has changed today, I don't know where you've been at because we've already talked about this, right? We knew that it was going to happen. I was hoping for a trade. Boy Green smacked that idea right down, talked to Brian Costello, and said, "Nope, that's not happening." And that has proven to age like wine, right? So we talked about receivers last week, right? That is Paul Darius Slayton Esden Jr. right there. That's pretty much how Garrett is for real. Kind of disrespect to Malachi Corley, but that's all.
Xavier Gibson. I'm so sorry. Let me pour one out there. Yeah, that's.
But yeah, I mean, we knew it. And Alan Lazard, right? They say, he's looking for a trade. Probably won't get one, and his fate will be the same as well.
Oh my God! I gotta tell you, where was that, Schefter? Let me find. I tweeted that out today. Oh my God, what you're just talking about. Let me see. When was that today? I know I tweeted to that today. Oh, there it is. Adam Schefter. Oh my God. The Jets have given permission to Alan Lazard to seek a trade. Get the hell out of here. Come on, man. And then he added on at the end, the Jets are also open to bringing him back to the team. Oh, are they? Oh, yeah? Come on. LOL. Alan Lazard. You know what, Woody? No, you're not a good example. I love you, Woody. Who's someone I don't care about? Yeah, here. You have permission to request it. My ex-girlfriend has permission to request it. I mean, my girlfriend. Like what? Come on, man. No one's trading for Alan gosh darn Lazard. Get the hell out of here.
They could. We don't know, but I mean, probably not. He's a little expensive. And again, you guys act like he is like in a USFL receiver, which he's not. He is an NFL receiver. I would say he's a top 64 NFL receiver. Just not the best fit for this team.
That's true. But I'll tell you who's a good fit for this team, and will forever be a good fit for this team, Woody. And that is none other than the number one Austrian Jet fan, baby, who gifted a Boy Green Coffee Club membership, a key and valued member of this team. Please, Austrian, don't request a trade. That membership went to Rex Ryan. I guess he's available. Rex Ryan, welcome to the Boy Green Coffee Club, I suppose. There you go. Austrian Jet fan, another raffle ticket for our contest, baby. We appreciate it. And I see we got a member shout out here on the channel, Woody. And every time we get one of those, we hear from my beautiful daughter, Zariah Luna.
Wow.
Ooh. Oh, Woody, cover your eyes here. All the trash going. I love it. Stud receivers in the draft. Good Lord. That's a little crass for your boy Alan Lazard and Devontae getting called trash. Oof.
I mean, Devontae's not trash. Neither is Lazard. I don't think anybody is, reading too deep in it. But they are for moving forward in this Aaron Glenn, the AG era, right? They just don't fit the direction. If Aaron don't fit, then they're not gonna fit. Terrence, I was reading your comments. I don't think I stole. Like I was just reading because that was hilarious. You said Gibson is shorter than Carlton. It's not unusual.
That's funny. Tom Jones, baby.
Hey!
Snap! Oh, sorry. I know I'm taking us off track here. My apologies. But thanks to everyone who's in the comment section, though. Appreciate you. And real quick, I can't go too deep, Badshaw. Badshaw joining us. Yeah, Jake Asman on his channel, Jets channel. They have a Asmaniac Madness. It is a March Madness bracket with Jets callers for the most part. There's a few that aren't Jets, so you guys can go check out more info on Jake Asman's channel. But yes, that's true. Asmaniac Madness happening there, but it's madness happening here, Woody. Not the Devontae Adams. Now, the good news is, if you want to call it that or whatever, $29.9 million just got added to the Jets spending spree ahead of free agency. They just got a bag of money thanks to this Devontae Adams move. So, hey, that certainly helps, and we'll see how they spend it. The legal tampering period is 6 days away, and free agency is 8 days away. So, let's ride.
Yeah, that's a big gain. We were expecting it again. So, anybody who was like, oh, what? Like, oh, my gosh. Where have you been? We'll see, right? Because we were expecting – and I'm referring back to Matt O'Leary's video with Devontae Adams. Alan Lazard, both gone. The money that they recoup, and then someone that we're definitely going to be talking about in a little bit, C.J. Mosley, was actually the last person that Matt O'Leary named. The Jets would be over $70 million in cap space.
I know.
So got some money, and I think we are definitely going to talk about at least one person who we want that money to go to.
Let's get into it. Here it is. Apparently, we have a full article in the YouTube description down below. But the New England Patriots are sniffing around some New York Jets free agents. Apparently, linebacker Jamien Sherwood. Here is a combo platter piece. This is from New England Patriots land. The Boston Herald's Andrew Callahan and Doug Kyed both share this. Defensively, rumor has it the New England Patriots covet New York Jets linebacker Jamien Sherwood, who fits the new prototype Mike Vrabel is seeking at the position. The 6'2", 216-pounder hits harder than his listed frame would suggest. He's the exact type of physical, violent player Vrabel wants. The Patriots are working to infuse more speed into the defensive front, which will feature smaller, faster players under Vrabel and new defense coordinator Terrell Williams compared to most of their defenses of the past 2 decades. Now, Wudi, I don't know where you stand in the division rivalries. Some people hate one more than the other. I hate the New England Patriots more than any bleeping team in the AFC East, and sometimes it depends on age. I know some older Jet fans are Dolphins haters from the Dan Marino and Ken O'Brien battles. Some are more recent with all the Buffalo Bills battles. To me, it is the New England Patriots unequivocally. I hate their guts. I hate everything they represent. My fiance's family is a bunch of Patriot fans. So with all due respect, I have to say I hate all of you and everything that you bring with your Patriots nonsense. So this is disgusting. And the thing I wanted to throw in before we get any further, so the Patriots are interested in Jamien Sherwood. Interesting. There was a report. So let's start off here, Woody. Mike Vrabel, his first interview of the head coaching cycle was with the New York Jets, and the meeting apparently went really well. But according to this report that's also in the article down below, Phil Perry says that Vrabel seemingly was well aware of what he was doing with the Jets meeting. And here was his quote, there are several people in the league that I've spoken to who believe and saw the move as calculated by Vrabel. They saw it as Vrabel shaking his tail feather from a few hundred miles away down in Jersey at the Crabs and letting them know, if you want me, you might have to act fast or you'll have to deal with me in the division for the next decade. So that he took this Jets meeting to piss off the Patriots, and they end up firing Mayo so that Vrabel used the Jets. And now we got even more hoopla. Now, not only did he use the Jets, they're trying to take our boy, Jamien Sherwood. Oh, hell nah. Oh, hell
no. There's a lot to unpack there because you said a lot. If you guys are wondering, the Dolphins are my number one most hated team in the NFL. Okay. The AFC East, I don't really have too much love for any of them. I do respect some players on rival teams, but what the Patriots have done over our lifetimes is disgusting. But I respect Vrabel as a coach. I respect him big time as a coach. He was number 2 from the day that they disrespected Robert Saleh. He was always number 2 on my list to be the coach. So it does not surprise me that he has great taste and wants Jamien Sherwood, who had a fantastic season and is only 25 years of age, converted safety, tremendous athlete, and a violent hitter. I mean, yeah, sounds like the perfect guy for Vrabel's defense.
Yeah, I would say this for people like I see Taylor Sterling in here saying Sherwood hits hard but gets pushed back 2 yards every time. Let the Patriots overpay for him. I think the Jamien Sherwood story is really unwritten. This is his first year of starting in football. His first 3 years, he was either injured, he blew out his Achilles one of his years, or he was a role player and special teamer. And the only reason he got on the field for this season was because the Jets saw something. C.J. Mosley, boop, my cousin Ray, boop, and every bone in his body broke. And so a spot suddenly opened up. Jets went, all right, Jamin, get in there. And he finished top 3 in tackles. So, and he didn't even start every game of the season. So I think there's a lot there with Jamin that's untapped. He is still developing. He's an incredibly young guy. He's 25 years of age. So whether it's the Jets or Patriots or whoever, if you look at Jamin as his complete product last year, I think you're mistaken. I think you have to look at him and go, damn, he's already here, and we think he could get here. And again, look at what the Jets linebacker development plan has been with guys like Quincy Williams. They turned him into a first-team All-Pro. Could Jamin become an All-Pro? I don't know. Now, all the defensive coaching staff, that was there for Quincy will not be there for Sherwood if he returns to the Jets because of that information. Here is the latest contract lingo. We're talking about potentially overpaying him. Here's all the lingo coming out. Rich Zamini said that Sherwood is expected to command, quote, at least $8 million per year. NFL insider Connor Hughes confirmed that he will have a robust market. And specifically, Zach Rosenblatt said, the feeling is around the league is that Sherwood will command something in the range of a 3-year deal worth $8 to $10 million per season. And don't worry, folks, I did the math for you, and I looked around the league to understand what those numbers mean. If Jamin got between those numbers, $8 to $10 million per year on a new deal, according to Over the Cap, that would rank somewhere between the number 9th and the number 15th highest paid off-ball linebacker in football. So throwing that over to you, Wudi, are you comfortable paying that figure? Again, it's between $8 and $10 million per year, 3-year deal, which again would range somewhere between 9th and 15th among the highest paid off-ball linebackers in football. Would you be comfortable paying that price?
I am not paying him $10 million.
Okay.
I'm not. But right, 8 for 3 years, that is eerily close, if not the exact same, to what Quincy Williams got.
Yeah, he got $6 million per year. He got less. 3-year, 18 million total, $6 million per.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts.
What a deal! What a deal that was.
But of course, at that time, right, he wasn't an All-Pro. So I guess what I was trying to say was I'm comfortable with giving Sherwood almost the same deal as Quincy, because at that time, their resumes were pretty similar, right? A volume tackler. I think Quincy had been in the top 5, and then boom, gave him the deal, and then boom, ascended to All-Pro, and is the guy we love today. Jamin Sherwood could very well follow that same trajectory. We don't know, right? Like you said, different coaching staff, but assuming that he's a coach, right? AG, I'm gonna say that till I die. You're right. He's a coach. He's a coach, right? So assuming that he coaches Sherwood up to get him up to speed in what they're trying to accomplish in their defense, and now Sherwood takes that leap. Yeah, I would say 8. 3 for 8. It's a little bit more than Quincy, but that's just how the market goes. 3 for 10 to me is just a little rich. It's just a little rich because just because you finish in the top 3 this 1 year doesn't quite mean that you'll be there the year after that, or the year after that, or the year after that. Like look at the top 10 and like look at how many people are going to be there next year. Or even look at this year's top 10 to last year's top 10. I think that's probably the best way to do it.
I have not done that before. Let me look at that right now. Let me see.
All right. Should I ramble while you
yeah, you can. Let me just ask you, as I'm pulling these numbers up, do you believe the numbers will be the same or won't be the same? Or
it's more the people.
Not the,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would imagine no worries. I would imagine there's 5 names that are different. Like there are at least 5 of the 10, right?
Okay.
That are not the same.
Okay, let's confirm that.
Now I'm really putting my money where my mouth is right now.
Yeah, because we're about to find out all together, I suppose, as I have it up here. So okay, here we go. I got everything in front of me now. Here we go. So the top 10 tacklers, and this is of all positions. It's not like just linebackers. So take that in mind. So sometimes you're going to have safeties that do this. But okay. So here were the top 10 linebackers. I'll go to 2023 first, okay? Here are the top 10. We have Bobby Wagner. You're still on the Seahawks. You have Zaire Franklin, Alex Singleton of the Broncos, Foyad Olakone, I always butcher his name, of the Jaguars. Aziz Al-Shaair of the Titans, 5th. Roquan Smith, 6th to the Ravens. TJ Edwards, 7th, Bears. CJ Mosley, 8th, Jets. Hey now. Bobby
We know he's not there.
Okereke. Oh, that's, hey, man, that ain't right. You have Bobby either Okereke or Okereke. I've heard both pronunciations. And Robert Spillane. Okay. They're at linebacker for the Raiders. So, okay, here we go. So let's see what numbers we can remember. Okay. So Zaire Franklin, he was in the top 10 both years. Robert Spillane, he was in the top 10 both years. Roquan Smith, he was in the top 10 both years. But those are the only 3 that are the same. Everyone else is different. Buda Baker of the Cardinals, Jameer Sherwood of the Jets, Caden Ellis of the Falcons, Zach Bond of the Eagles, Diane Henley of the Chargers, Nick Cross of the Colts, Jermaine Pratt of the Bengals. So only 3 were the same from one year to the next.
So I guess point is proven. That's what I'm saying, right? Is Jameon a and I'm not even saying I'm not trying to criticize him. I'm just saying in general, it's hard to produce consistently at that level. So 10 mil for somebody who we don't know is on that level. That's a very costly gamble, one that I would not take.
Okay. So
I don't think it would age that well.
So if you're potentially willing to let Jameon go, my question to you would be, is which free agent linebacker would you be willing to go after? Yeah, sure, honey. I could get you some of that. No problem. But yes, go ahead.
That's a good question. Because honestly, I'm hoping he would just take the hometown discount.
Jameon you're talking about?
We brought you into this world. We can take you out. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would attack it. But I would probably try to answer linebacker in the draft.
Not free agency. Okay.
I personally wouldn't get rid of CJ.
Oh, you would keep his old crypt, Tales of the Crypt ass. Oh, we lost Wudi. We'll get Wudi back in a second. We do have 300 people in the room. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe, baby. Let's go. And let's keep those raffle tickets coming, by the way, for our contest. Let me throw it up here on the screen real quick as we're waiting to get Wudi back here on the show. Here's what you guys are bidding for this month's raffle. Throw it up here on the board. We got a New York Jets patched out pullover hoodie. This thing is friggin' sweet. I'm buying one of these for myself, baby. Look at that. Old Jets logos, AFC logo. You get a Super Bowl prize pack. It has multiple unique items from past Super Bowls, plus a custom laser engraving package. How do you get eligible to potentially win this? We're going to be drawing that winner on April 1st. Raffle tickets are $2.99 a pop, baby. So make sure you guys hop on. We got a lot of wonderful people that have been doing the bidding, baby, which is terrific. Again, make sure you guys check that out. As $2.99 per, you can either buy a Boy Green Coffee Club membership or gift one to your neighbor, or also send in super chats. We'll be keeping track of it all gosh darn month long, baby. All right, without further ado, let's bring him in. Jameon Sherwood's brother from another mother, James Wudi, was getting hot there talking about it. So, Wudi, we lost you there, but before we go into the draft, because draft is a great potential option for it to be possible, I want to throw a big fish out there that if the Jets I don't think they can coexist, this player and Jameon Sherwood. I don't think the Jets would invest that much money into off-ball linebacker. But if they're like, all right, Jameon, walk, sucker, we're going for a different guy. One guy I absolutely love, and I would love to speak it into existence, is none other than Nick Bolton of the Kansas City Chiefs. This guy titillates me greatly. This is a guy who's young. He's only friggin' 24 years old, man. Nick Bolton. Now, if you weren't willing to pay Jameon Sherwood $10 million per year, well, Nick Bolton, according to PFF, is looking for $15 million per year on a 4-year deal. It'd be $60 million, $40 million guaranteed. He's about to turn 25. He's 24. Give me some Super Bowl champion Nick Bolton. Give me that speed. Give me that leadership. Give me that, his ability in the run game. Boy, would we need that. I want me some Nick Bolton. If we're going free agency, get on the scuba gear, Woody. We're going to the deep end of the pool, baby. Some Nick gosh darn Bolton, huh?
I mean, Nick Bolton, definitely talented, big name, right? So that comes with a big price tag. And I think I got cut out before saying this part. But I wouldn't get rid of CJ Mosley. So,
oh yeah, you just cut out when that happened. So you'd bring his Tales of the Crypt ass back.
What are you he's perfectly fine. He is perfectly fine.
I hope he's healthy. That neck thing was scary. I hope he's healthy.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I think, if he's ready to go, boom. Just like the old man, CJ and Quincy doing their thing. If we do lose Sherwood,
Damian.
I wouldn't, so right, Quincy is already costing a pretty penny because now we're in the later half of his contract.
He's going to cost a lot more.
Then,
this is the last year of his deal, so he's about to get paid again. Big money.
Yes, and then CJ, if he is still on the team, his cap hit is not nothing either. So that's actually a big reason why I was hesitant to pay Sherwood, which would also be why I wouldn't want to pay Bolton that same amount, is because of having the most expensive linebacker room in football. I don't know if that would be beneficial for what we're trying to accomplish. Not to say that good linebackers don't pay off, but just to I think we just need help in other places. Mostly D-line, edge and all that.
So you want cheap labor?
So,
you just want cheap rookie labor.
I don't know if I would give that.
So you want cheap rookie labor from the draft? That's what you want.
I sure do.
Let's get that cheap labor in there.
I mean, let's get. Well, one day, if we are talking free agents, one free agent who I don't think is going to cost as much as Nick Bolton, Ernest Jones from the Seahawks, right?
Good name, yeah.
Would have been a similar scheme if Saleh was still here, but anyway, one of the most effective run stoppers, which are two words that I know everybody is feeding for, right? Everybody in this chat, everybody in Jets Nation. Really, the bell should have rung. Run stopper. He was one of the best. As a matter of fact, I saw a crazy stat. Let me see if I can pull it up so that I don't butcher it.
Sure, yeah. All right.
Of the runs the Seahawks faced with Jones on the field, 24 of them. Oh, sorry, 24% of them. Sorry, 24% of them
it's like 24.
Resulted in a tackle.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a good number. So when you're at 24 at first, I'm like, huh? That could have happened in a game or two. 24%. That's a good number.
Yeah. So I think Jones would be a nice pickup.
Okay. Yeah, if we go draft, I mean, there's a lot of names. If Mel Kiper's top 10 here of off-ball linebackers, here are the names. You got Jalen Walker out of Georgia, Jahad Campbell, Alabama, Carson Schwingsheimer, UCLA, Demetrius Knight Jr., South Carolina, Chris Paul Jr., Ole Miss, Cody Simon, Ohio State, Danny Strutzman, Oklahoma, Shamar James, Florida, Jeffrey Bassa, out of Oregon, and Barrett Carter out of Clemson. The one that rings a bell for me, and I hope he's on the board at 42 in the second round. Dom C's got me all over this guy, and I just can't stop hearing good things about him. Jahad Campbell out of Alabama, man. Seems like a perfect mix. It could play some off-ball linebacker, could do some pass rusher for you. Jahad Campbell, man, that seems like a boy. And he's a Bama bred, baby, which we got a few of those boys on the team like Quentin Williams. Alabama, they do them right. Yep, we lost Wudi again. Yep, sorry, folks. My takes are just too hot. They're so sizzling that they're sending Wudi in and out of it. So, which I can't blame him for. My takes are wonderful and far-reaching. But yeah, linebacker's a big thing because C.J. Mosley is either going to retire or he's got one last year left on his deal. How much more run does he have? Quincy Williams in the last year of his deal. What are you going to do there? And then you got J-Man, who's this free agent sort of hanging in the mix. I'll be kind of curious to see kind of what the plan is there at linebacker for the New York Jets. Because to me, are you paying? So if you pay J-Man, let's say you pay him whatever, right? The projected amount is 3 years, 8 to 10 mil. For Sherwood. I'm curious for Quincy. Are you turning around and paying Quincy? Are you trading Quincy? What are you doing with Quincy? I don't know. All right, let's bring him back here. Wudi, again, was sent off the screen by my takes. That normally happens in every show that I ever do. But back to you, Wudi.
No, no, not at all. Not at all. My Google Fiber is letting me down right now. Definitely. I don't know. I don't know if there's any fiber in this Google Fiber right now, but yeah, definitely. I mean, perfect world. I am trying to keep the linebacker room intact for at least just one more year. Just CJ, Jamian, Quincy, running back one more year. If you want to draft somebody, you can draft the guy who best fits your profile for what you're looking for in one of those later rounds. Aaron Glenn, talking about speed, right? So, you can look at somebody like Coach Lemon out of Ohio State, right? He should be there in the 4th round, maybe even 5th round, but as a speedy guy who has 3 down dominance in Ohio State, or maybe even Danny Stutzman, right? Okay. I think either of those guys, right? You bring them in 4th round, 5th round, speedy guys who you can tailor to your offense. I mean, that's exactly what Sherwood was. That's exactly what Jamie and Sherwood was. A late guy who has the tools that you like, right? Aaron Glenn's talking about speed. Aaron Glenn's talking about, IQ, vision. Those are 2 guys who are one of the fastest linebackers in the class, right? Who have shown vision, right? Have shown explosiveness. And then you can mold those guys to be exactly what you need on an NFL team. So, if you need to find somebody, if Sherwood needs to be replaced, all right, man, let's do that. I don't think adding an older linebacker is a way to go. One of these old guys. I think in the draft, like you said, cheap labor, and then Quincy and CJ.
So let me ask you this. I want to ask you a follow-up because you want to keep the band together. You're the one child and that relationship where parents are trying to divorce. So you're like, wait, please, let's hold it together a little bit longer. So my follow-up to you would be, what is your motivation of keeping the band together? Of CJ Mosley, Quincy, and Jamian for another year? Because in theory, if the Jets did that, they'd be sort of kicking the can down the road and say, okay, we're gonna piecemeal it for 2025. All right, Jamin, you're here, and if Jamin comes back, that's probably long term. But Quincy's last year of his deal. If CJ comes back and doesn't retire, he's last year of his deal. So then you'd just be delaying the blowing up to 2026. My question to you would be, what would be the motivation of delaying that decision a year in your mind?
Well, I think in a moment of change, the few things that you can keep stable are super important, especially that linebacker core is fantastic, right? I think that is something that they can go to sleep at night and be like, hey, all right, we know we got great leadership, right? We got great production from these guys, and we don't have to worry about nothing else. Let's focus on these other groups that don't have anything, right? And then next year, now that you've spent all that time focusing on the things that needed help, now, okay, let's figure this out. Let's get to it. But with so much influx, you need those things of stability. I want to keep the linebackers together. I want to keep the running backs together. I want no change in the running back room. There are certain groups where I feel like, all right, it's perfect as it is right now.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Now I see the Wudi vision. All of a sudden the windshield wipers are working. Woo, 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 woo. I'm like, oh, here we go. Here's what Woody's talking about keeping the family together. There's enough change already happening here. Like, hey, why make more change if you don't have to, if you can keep the band together? And I love it. All the comment section. Woody, 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 lagging everywhere, lagging everywhere. There we go, Danger Zone. Sure, yeah. All right, Terrence Hill. Woody's
That
internet's
did
getting
crack me up. That
sacked.
cracked me up.
Okay, here we go. Sure. Woody's powering through. We respect it. And shout out to OG Jet Fan 85. We love having you in. We should definitely sign into Sherwood, keep one of our own. And hey, maybe we could keep multiple of our own. That could be possible. So I love that as well. So hey now. And linebacker's a big one, though, because it's damn straight BG just sang, baby. I sang to the sweet heavens. I've got so many talented gifts to share with the universe. You're welcome. But yes, there is something to be said about keeping. I would, again, I don't think we could say enough great things about CJ Mosley. It's crazy to think that CJ Mosley spent more time as a Jet than a Raven. People remember him for his Raven days, but it's his contributions in New York Jets land that we're all remembering him for. And he's a future potential Ring of Honor guy. I love CJ Mosley, so I'd love to have him back. And I love Quincy's passion. With him getting older and with these new regime hanging over, the less it's about the personal relationship and the more it's about the fact sheet. And the fact sheet says, like, for instance, a guy that we're not going to do a full show on this offseason. Thomas Morstead is apparently in danger of potentially being cut. And I'm like, man, I've got touchy feelings. I love Thomas Morstead. But the new regime coming in goes, what the hell? Why are we paying $3 million for a 38 shooting at it be 39-year-old punter? We could get cheaper. And that's the fresh vision of this new regime coming in, which makes me a little scared, okay, of some of these positions. So, yeah, man, let's see if we can keep the linebacker room together. And if they keep the linebacker room together, then I guess our work is done, Woody. Okay, no linebacker room to fix. It's fixed. Bring them everybody back. Okay.
Well, AG specifically highlighted who he felt like were winners, and Quincy Williams was one of those people. So I don't anticipate him going anywhere. If any linebacker is leaving, I think Quincy is the last of the bunch.
Cool. I hope so, because Quincy is a hell of a player, an absolutely hell of a player. So I'd love to see it. Woody, is there anything else that, and again, I just want to circle it all the way back around to screw the New England Patriots, stay back from our players. This rivalry is bitter, okay? The Patriots have stolen guys from us. I'll never forgive them for taking Revis and winning a Super Bowl, and now Revis is trotting around with his Patriots Super Bowl ring. It's disgusting. But, and then we stole Curtis Martin. Thanks for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, suckers! So we've taken some shots back and forth, but I don't want them coming anywhere near my boy, Jamie and gosh darn Sherwood. Hell no. See, this is what I want to do. I want to do this to Sherwood. Be mine.
Definitely don't want.
There you go. My daughter just brought me this. Be mine. There you go. Thanks, honey.
Especially if Sherwood's not going to be a Jet, definitely don't want him to be a Patriot.
That's for sure. Yeah, we've heard those rumors forever. Thankfully, Bill Belichick is not at the NFL. It's not at the NFL level. But Belichick said he drooled over CJ Mosley forever. So he, as far as I know, I don't think CJ Mosley has any more years left in his college education. I don't think he's going back to North Carolina. So.
Yes.
Look at that too. Look at that. Danny Woodhead is on that list. All those guys.
Yes.
Disgusting.
Too many. Too many. But hopefully Sherwood is not added to the list. Like I said, keep them together. Somebody had said, none of these groups are perfect. I think, nothing is perfect, right? Nothing anywhere is perfect. But the linebacker room, the running back rooms are two rooms that you definitely, if you want to build a winning culture, right, and you don't want to just shake every tree just for the sake of shaking trees, those are two trees that you can leave alone, and they will produce as much fruit as you need.
And I just want to address this. Microfox brings this up. If we're going to lose Sherwood anyway, maybe we could deal him to the New England Patriots in exchange for Joe Milton. Well, we've got another 20 minutes, if you're watching live, for the franchise tag window. And Jamin Sherwood, by all accounts, is not receiving the franchise tag, which means he will be an unrestricted free agent, which means the Jets can't trade his rights. So, unfortunately, that is not possible. To be honest, I don't think, while I've heard the Joe Milton quarterback trade rumors, if I'm the Patriots, why would I openly hand that over to the New York Jets? Unless I charge them a crazy higher price than everybody else. So it doesn't make any sense. So Joe Milton, rocket arm, enjoyed him at the Combine last year, but I do not believe Joe Milton to the Jets is happening. I've heard the whispers from the fans on social media. I do not believe that is happening. But to swing it back through, Woody, to finish us off, is there anything else on the linebacker conversation you wanted to get off your chest?
No, but, I do have some choice words for Google Fiber today.
It sounds like it. Good Lord. So a few issues there, but that's okay, Woody. We're a team. We power through. Okay. And, that's what dynamic duos do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So apologize to everybody watching the show. And kudos to you guys making it through. Yeah, I will be better. We will be better.
That's true. We will build this fiber by fiber here at this palace. So Boy Green Meets Woody will be back stronger than ever coming up on Thursday at 3 o'clock. And Boy Green Daily is tomorrow morning at 7:30 with Nick Gaston-Ferrier, our Jets reporter. And getting more, I'm sure, into this Devontae Adams news and everything in between. Folks, Woody could pull out the prop for the scissors. More cuts are coming, people. More cuts are coming. And the Jets are trimming some fat on the roster. We're about to have a brand new New York Jets team, and that's going to be happening over the course of the next week with legal time prepare free agency, but even more than that moving forward, Woody.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, stay tuned. And I'm not going to say any more words, right? I'm just going to let it disconnect as it is. And, hey, we will see you in 2 days. Or I guess, I'll see you in 2 days.
Yeah, and don't worry, Austrian. I know a lot of people have asked about it. Woody's shirt, I've been delaying. Woody cut his own internet with that, with those scissors. Hey now, hey, easy there, Terrence. Oh, he cut the wrong cord. Geez, red wire, blue wire. Geez. So I'll talk to Woody about that off camera. We'll watch a few, those bomb defusal videos. I'll see if I can get him any more on that. But Austrian, in all seriousness, me and Woody have been talking about it. We have not been ignoring. We've been going back on all kinds of designs and the right manufacturers. I've heard your guys' complaints sometimes about the current people I'm working with to crank out the shirt. So I want to make it as seamless as possible. I hate mistakes and things of that nature. So I've got a high bar and I want to make sure that's all cleared up. So don't worry. Those are coming. I promise. Eventually, before we're all dead, that's coming. We can guarantee it. Woody, God bless. And let's build up those fibers. Eat a Nutrigram bar, whatever's going to get you there. We'll see you on Thursday, pal.